Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Broken Sword Director's Cut. Moi drodzy, w poprzednim odcinku udało nam się zdobyć w końcu klejnot. Mamy również statyw. Teoretycznie dotarliśmy do dzielnicy w Paryżu, Montfaucon, no i udaliśmy się do kościoła, gdzie daliśmy kielich do wyczyszczenia księdzu. Niestety, w dalszym ciągu nie mogę nic zrobić. Porozglądałem się po całej tej okolicy, przeklikałem wszystko i brak nowych jakichś opcji dialogowych, brak punktów interaktywnych. Ksiądz też nie chce przestać czyścić kielich, więc wydaje mi się, że w tym kościele na chwilę obecną nic zrobić nie mogę. Najgorsze jest to, że na zewnątrz też nie mam zielonego pojęcia, co robić dalej. Zajmowaliśmy się żonglerką, tak? Próbowałem też porozmawiać z...
Hello again.
Hello again, monsieur.
I nie ma nowych opcji dialogowych, jeżeli chodzi o ludzi. Mogę się wypytać tego gościa o przedmioty, które mam w ekwipunku, ale czy jest jakikolwiek sens to robić?
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plain-clothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you had it.
Czyli rozumiem, że mam ponownie zająć się żonglerką, zakładając czerwony nos na swój nos, tak? W sumie to by nie było takie głupie, bo tutaj po prawej stronie mamy klauna, który żongluje, ale wszystko mu idealnie wychodzi. A jak dobrze wiemy, klauny powinny być śmieszne.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Może faktycznie uda mi się w jakiś sposób rozbawić tą publiczność i będę mógł zejść do kanałów niżej. Nie wiem, spróbujmy. Spróbujmy ponownie porozmawiać z klaunem.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No. I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
I proszę bardzo, jak rozbawiliśmy publiczność.
and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Czyli tak, żandarm sobie poszedł, ale jeszcze pozostała kwestia tej publiczności.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Mam nadzieję, że nie doniosą na mnie, kiedy spróbuję wejść do kanałów. Oni pewnie myślą, że to jest jakaś część występu, że ja tutaj wchodzę. Okej.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Ale zobaczcie, mamy jakąś łódź. Mogę się przyjrzeć czemuś na ścianie.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Może w jakiś sposób będę mógł to wyczyścić. Ale czym? Szmatką? Nie.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
ale w dalszym ciągu nic mi to nie mówi. Mogę przejść dalej na prawo. A, tutaj na łodzi jest jakiś podnośnik albo coś. Jakiś rodzaj wędki.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Może ja ten hak będę mógł do czegoś zaczepić, tak? Do którychś z tych drzwi. I je wyważyć. Albo coś na tym umieścić. Nie wiem, przejdę na razie na prawo. I zobaczę, może tutaj będą jeszcze jakieś elementy, które będę mógł zabrać do ekwipunku. Jakaś czacha. Jakieś wejście do czegoś.
The door was a handsome piece of work. I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Drzwi są zamknięte. Może to będę mógł na tym użyć. Nie? Dobra. Wydaje mi się, że musimy coś zrobić przy tych drzwiach tutaj, no bo mamy tak jakby 3 wejścia. Pierwsze, drugie, trzecie. Udało mi się spuścić łańcuch z tej takiej wędki, więc być może faktycznie ten łańcuch do którychś z tych drzwi muszę przywiązać i je wyważyć w jakiś sposób.
Nothing hollow there.
O,
It was time for some brutal destruction. Hey! That's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. I'd pulled the lever right over.
czyli rozumiem, że teraz ten łańcuch będę musiał przywiązać do tych drzwi. I w ten sposób się ich pozbędę. No i elegancko. Mamy sekretne przejście, aha. To prawdopodobnie są te drzwi po tamtej stronie, nie? Znaczy prowizoryczne drzwi, bo nie ma tutaj przejścia żadnego.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
Oh, As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
I odpłynęli. Czyli prawdopodobnie my będziemy musieli udać się do Syrii. Okej.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle I could see words inlaid into the stone. On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases, non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness. In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it.
Ale widzicie tutaj te 3 otwory. Wygląda tak, jakbym mógł tutaj postawić ten statyw, ten trójnóg.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
I obstawiam, że tutaj muszę włożyć klejnot.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B, Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay, what about the tripod?
I'll send it back to André, anonymously.
Okej, czyli co? No nie pozostaje nam nic innego jak spakować walizy i wyruszać do Syrii.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Od razu wybieramy lotnisko i przenosimy się właśnie tutaj, do Marib. No i teraz się czuję już bardziej tak egzotycznie. Pogłaskałem kotełka, który, no, chyba na mój widok się wystraszył.
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Mamy jakiegoś dzieciaka.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Ta, wysokojakościowych. Ja wiem, jak wyglądają te przedmioty na bazarkach w Turcji i innych takich egzotycznych krajach.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Prawie każdy kot chodzi własnymi ścieżkami.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Templar. Templar! Why, yes, of course!
It does?
Yes! A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
A dzieciak jest dosyć mocno oczytany i Stelewizjonowany? Dziwne słowo. Nowe słowo.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir, I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Dobra, akurat z tym dzieciakiem porozmawiam na wszystkie te tematy, z tego względu, że no on ma tutaj stragan. Może dokonamy jakiegoś handlu wymiennego, albo będzie wiedział w końcu coś na temat tych... No bo zobaczcie, to pudełko po zapałkach jest we wzorze takim właśnie egzotycznym, tureckim. Być może będzie wiedział coś na ten temat.
This plaster was very useful in Ireland.
Really? Your fund of travelers' tales never ceases to enthrall me.
What do you make of this?
A man-sized double-ply tissue stained with Bestheimer's number 12 white pancake grease paint. Apparently.
No mówię, ten dzieciak jest dosyć mocno oczytany, dużo wie.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir.
Look at this. A lifting key as used by Parisian sewer workers.
Calais, sir. I must remember this day for posterity. My grandchildren will be fascinated.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Ale tak, dzieciakowi ten wzór wydaje się znajomy. No właśnie teraz się nasuwa moje pytanie, czy ze względu, że wzór przypomina właśnie takie typowo syryjskie, tureckie wzory, czy po prostu no gdzieś jest tu gdzieś takie miejsce, które no faktycznie ma taki symbol.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind.
Czyli jeszcze do dzieciaka wrócimy, kiedy będziemy potrzebowali jego pomocy.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios.
No dobra, tutaj mamy jakichś turystów, nie wiem czy będę mógł z nimi porozmawiać, albo są to jacyś lokalni sprzedawcy. Ten gościu wygląda na turystę.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George. My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Ogólnie to państwo to będziemy spotykać praktycznie w każdej części. A naprawdę, przyjemne takie małżeństwo.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nicole, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Już myślałem, jak zaczęła mówić, że potrzebuje czegoś starożytnego, co zabrałaby do Ohio, to... No przecież ten dzieciak nie jest starożytny, nawet nie jest stary.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer. What does this mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philomenist?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
Dobra, chyba nie ma już sensu rozmawiać na te pozostałe tematy.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Chodźmy porozmawiać z jej mężem,
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
który tutaj zresztą chodzi.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobbarta. I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Jak mnie skwitował.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not going to find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them there stands.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me?
Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera? Kinda lags to come all this way, not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
Okej.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
To sporo.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
No okej, może będzie chciał się w końcu ze mną przywitać.
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
Just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
No i chyba z nikim nie będę mógł tego wykorzystać. Okej, no dobra.
Okay.
Count on it, George.
Rozejrzyjmy się w takim razie po okolicy.
The stand was selling some fruit I didn't recognize. This is what travel is all about.
Jakiś sprzedawca tutaj jest.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
Kebab powiadasz, tak?
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab? Come to eat?
Tutaj książulo z Wojkiem by mogli przyjść i przetestować kebaba syryjskiego.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Chyba z tym gościem się jednak nie dogadam. On chce tylko i wyłącznie kebaba sprzedać. Widzicie ten symbol na tej paczce zapałek? I spójrzcie na ten dywan. To jest dokładnie to samo.
Muruba! Hello, sir!
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! Allah mut!
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No. And again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Czyli wychodzi na to, że to pudełko zapałek to była jakaś przepustka do tajnego miejsca.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, But he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh yes.
Ale ten gościu wskazywał ewidentnie na te drzwi, tak jakby sugerował mi, idź tutaj.
I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12.
No więc chodźmy.
Even if I'd wanted to spit, my mouth was too dry. Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
A, czyli mamy tutaj kibelek.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand.
Dobra, ale po coś tutaj przyszliśmy? W jakimś celu?
Hello again, old top.
Pray.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon, whatever that is.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No. Ultar use bucket.
Być może tą szczotkę znajdziemy na straganie, nie wiem. Mam jakąś taką dziwną myśl i dziwne przeczucie, że właśnie tam będzie.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stobby.
Stobbart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him?
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Czyli tam byśmy musieli się udać.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Tak.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head, 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's bucks or zip, or unfortunate American.
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
No nie wiem, co bym mu mógł zaoferować w zamian.
What do you think of this?
Is most splendid, Miss...
Shake my hand, Ultar.
Ha ha! Remind me of thing that happened. Man come up to Ultar, say, shake hands, Ultar. But man have electric buzz thing in his hand. Ha ha! How we laughed! Then I broke his arms.
I didn't think electrocuting the big Syrian was a good idea.
No, raczej nie jest to dobry pomysł.
What do you think of this?
Not much. Not enough to make tasteful garden gnome, for example.
How about a...
Ultar not think so.
What does this grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
Nothing. Why? What does grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
This is a key for lifting manhole covers.
You carry some strange stuff.
Czyli tak, potrzebuję hajsu.
Well, I still don't have any cash.
Oh, the delights of the...
See you around, Ultar.
May good...
A ja takowych pieniędzy nie mam, więc no będę musiał w jakiś sposób zdobyć coś, czym będę mu mógł zapłacić, żeby mnie zawiózł na byczą głowę. Ale skąd zdobyć pieniądze? Dowiemy się w kolejnym odcinku, ponieważ teraz już kończymy, moi drodzy. Życzę wam spokojnego weekendu, dzięki wielkie i do usłyszenia. Hej!